Okay, sorry. I had to tell her to quit texting me because it's messing us up. Um, yeah, like the other girls, all that drama, none of that pertains to my life anymore in any way, shape, or form. I'm back to my real life. I'm back to my relationships and my family, and I honestly don't care about anything that happened in that house. The only reason why it ever happened is because you were stuck there with those people, and a lot of the things that we all fought about didn't really matter from day to day life, or they weren't really that important. And you see that after leaving the house, like how ridiculous some of those fights were. But you're in a house for 3 months with no music, no TV. You end up going a little crazy. I'm sure everyone can understand that. But now, yeah, my life's back to normal. I don't care what happened in the house. I don't judge for it. I don't hate people. I don't really hate anybody. And I'm just over it pretty much. Um, Another question I have from Laura is how difficult it is for you to come out about being gay? What did you say and how did your parents react? My sister actually came out for me without me wanting her to, and she just kind of did it. I walked in on Thanksgiving with my girlfriend. Her name was Angie at the time, and I was introducing Angie as a friend because, personally, I hadn't made that decision to come out. And my sister kind of was like, before I came over, hey, everybody, this Angie girl, funny story, it's actually Shelly's girlfriend. So she came up for me, and when I walked in, my family was like, oh, we already know, you don't have to sit here and pretend. And everybody was very open. However, my parents were living in Florida at that time, so when I actually saw them for the first time, and I told my stepmother and my dad, because my mom was in prison at the time, and so I don't really care what she thinks. Um, my dad basically was just like, well, what happened to this boyfriend and what was wrong with him? And, oh, so you're a dyke. You need to leave your grandma's house. This is so disrespectful. That was really hard on me. We didn't have the best relationship already as it was, but for him to sit there and say such like hateful things to me when I'm his daughter, he should love me no matter what. It sucked really, really, really bad. But throughout the years, he's came around, which a lot of parents do end up coming around because they'll realize that's still their child. They're on this earth. They are that way because that's how they were born, and they were the ones that gave birth. And I feel like every parent will come around. No matter what hurtful things they have, they'll come around. And if they don't, that's their loss, not yours. Because you are a good person, whether you're gay, straight, bi, black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. You're a good person, and you're a person at that. And if somebody else has a problem with it, that's their problem. It's not yours. And a lot of people make the mistake of taking that person's problem on them, and then they start feeling low about themselves when you just need to realize that that's who God made you, and you were not be made that way. Something was wrong with that. And like I said, my dad ended up coming around, and I was very appreciative for it. And he's met girlfriends now, and he's really nice and everything. This one's from Team Flow BGC. I love Team Flow. I appreciate you on your Twitter. You're always so kind to me. Let's see the questions. International shipping. That's something that I have asked my agent about, and I will get the answer soon for you, and I will tweet it to you myself and let you know if international shipping is available. If not, you can always order something and send it to maybe my agency's P.O. box, and we can ship it to you ourselves just because it's not your fault you live overseas. Let's see. Wanted to know if oh, it just said reconnect. Hopefully my connection didn't get lost. Any upcoming projects I have a lot of appearances. I'm hoping to work with organizations. PETA, I'm very interested in working with them. Magazines, any tattoo magazines, stuff like that. Really trying hard to get a lot of charities going just because if I'm going to use this fame for anything, I want it to be to help people and not to pop bottles and wear fancy clothes. I want to literally change lives. I feel like I was on this earth for that, and that's what I definitely want to do more than anything. What's going on between me and Tasha? That is a really good question, and a lot of people are wondering that. And this is probably the first time that I've ever talked about it. Me and Tasha were very close in that house. I cared about her a lot because my friends are like my family. Just from the way I was raised, I didn't have my family all the time. I love very hard with my friends. I fight very hard for them. However, I lost a lot of respect for Tasha when she was saying the faghetto and referring to him as a faggot. And when I told her how I feel like she kind of blew it off. However, I was stuck in that house with her no matter what. So I let it go for the time being just because nothing's going to change. That's how she feels. That's how she feels. When the episodes came out, I was shocked at her negative comments in the confessionals. It was very hurtful. She was very sweet to me and Sarah, and whether she'll say things like, I love Sarah and I love Shelly and Sarah. However, I don't believe that being gay is right. So you're saying that you love us and that you think we're good together, but at the end of the day, you think a relationship's complete bullshit. And she was very condescending. It was like she would say something sweet and then knock it down with something completely negative after. And it's really heartbreaking when I don't judge her for anything that she does. And I know things I could judge her for, but I don't because I care about her because she's a human. And we all have things that other people aren't going to agree with, but that's a part of loving somebody. You love them for things that you don't like and things that you do like. And for her to sit there and say she supports our relationship but doesn't believe in it, you can't support something you don't really believe in or think that it's right. And it's like, let's see. So are we still friends? I definitely don't have a problem with her. I will always wish the best for her. She deserves happiness, and if she ever needed help, I would absolutely be there for her. However, I don't necessarily have 100% respect for her. And that, to me, I would think is more important than somebody being there. I want people to respect me, and she's not really deserving of 100% of my respect when she's disrespected my relationship in so many words and others, and not just mine, but every person in the LGBT community's relationship and the way that we think, the way that we live our life, the way that we're born. Basically, she's saying I have a birth defect by saying that you don't, agree with being gay couples. God made me gay. So if you believe in God, then you believe that he made me this way for a reason. And that's because it's okay. Let's see. I have one more question on here, and it's really messed up, so I cannot see it. It's blurry, so if this is your question that I'm missing, just email it back to us, and I'm going to be Skyping again after the episode on Monday. Let's see. I know that there's some more on here. You know what? I'm missing one from Donald's. Let's see. If you guys give me 1 second, I'm going to get those questions because Donald is a very good fan of mine, and I want to make sure that I answer what he needs me to answer for him. So hold on 1 second.